Do I have any friends with experience or knowledge of the legal industry, reconciliation, or anything like that? So I have recently been in contact with my ex-stepfather, the man who raped me, who I took to court and was found guilty and all this kind of stuff. Anyways, after many, many years, decided I wanted to heal and forgive him and stuff. And so reached out to contact him. Well, I learned that after all of the things that happened, that he moved to South America for a while, remarried, came back to the States, had a daughter. I don't know whether she was born there or no, I think she was born there. She came here when she was 7 years old. Well, she's now 18 or 19. And with all of the ICE things lately, I have been a little concerned about her. So I did ask about her. And because we have, this is an example. I want to use this as an example of how God works in mysterious ways and the universe uses like crazy stuff, like our community letting us down in a lot of ways, in order for other good things to happen, and then ultimately for more good things to happen from that. Because I can see very clearly here that there are a lot of different issues and a lot of different balls in play. And I just want to say right now, I mean, there are a couple of people, let me just say, there's at least one male coworker of Carl's that I would like to slap. Yes, yes. But other than that, like I may be mad and upset at stuff, but I'm mad and upset at the situation. I'm mad and upset that the situation exists. I'm mad and upset that people are, so that we live in a system that knocks us down and scares us so that we can't speak up for ourselves and for one another. So that is the first issue. Okay, so to focus on the current thing I'm working on. So because of all of this craziness, it motivated me to just go ahead and reach out to the ex-stepfather. Because I'm like, you know what? Well, one of my biggest problems right now is, I mean, I've got multiple balls in the air. But if I could stabilize Alex, because I'm taking care of Carl, Alex is taking care of me. We're all kind of trying to take care of each other so we don't fall apart. Well, I'm burning out trying to take care of Carl because he's burnt out. He can't even do the things that he would normally do. See, in the past, we and him helped each other, but he hasn't been present. He hasn't been present or able to even stay focused, like hardly at all in years, and it's gotten worse, increasingly worse, despite asking for help for over 10 years. It's gotten increasingly worse. And Honda is the reason. Well, and autism. Honda and autism are the reason that Carl and I have talked about divorce so many times. And it's the reason that we opened up to a poly relationship. So, you know what? In a weird way, I guess I'm thankful that it happened, because now that I'm here, like we're thankful for Alex. And when he was with us a few days ago, we had a couple of really nice days together, going and learning breath work. And hell, even the day that I basically posted videos of the whole day so that you could see what a day in the life is like. Have an autistic meltdown. I guarantee you that Alex is also autistic, but his PTSD needs to be treated first to be sure. But as an autistic who is aware of pattern recognition and just hyper alert things, now that I know what to look for, I can definitely tell. Anyways, I need help with Alex because his situation is his ship is the one that's sinking first. So I reached out to my ex-stepfather because he was in the Army. He worked at a VA hospital, and he knows how to work the system. So I reached out to him, and we've agreed to help each other. Which he wanted to help me. He's like, I don't want. He's like, I do have a favor to ask of you, but I don't want it to be quid pro quo. And I was like, but he said it had to do with his daughter, and I was like, go ahead and tell me so I can go ahead and start working on it. And so basically, he wants to sponsor her as a U.S. citizen, but he can't because of the felony on his record. Now, the felony, if he was in, like he lives in Kentucky now, if this case had happened in Kentucky, there's some process that would allow him to be able to still sponsor his daughter, or for us to basically be like, hey, like we're good now, justice has been served. But in Alabama, there does not appear to be that. So, I guess my first question is there any way with reconciliation, like, is there any way for a felony to be forgiven? Like, do I need to write the governor? I mean, if y'all vote for me for governor for next year, like, I could just overturn it myself. I mean, it might be considered a conflict of interest, but, I forgave him. I'm the victim. Shouldn't it be my say? Like, I would really like to help his daughter stay. I'm really concerned about all the ICE stuff. Like, what can we do? And I also have to say that after spending most of the day yesterday texting back and forth with him, that I mean, he wants to clear the air too. We've agreed to clear the air and stuff, but we've just been kind of talking and stuff. But I want to share this story, and I want to talk about it because this world needs more healing. We're just going to keep fighting, and things are going to get worse until we heal. And also, it's like the people. Okay, so think of this as like, I don't know, we're in Ireland or Scotland and we're clans. Like, if you hurt someone, that kind of you could marry into a family, or you might hurt someone's family and they need to make it up to them. And through that become family in that way. So, like, my spidey senses are still on, so don't be freaking out and worrying people. Don't worry though. I'm psychic. Thank you, God, for all my many gifts. And just remember I told you so, for those of you who don't currently believe in that shit, but who will be in the next 2 to 3 years as you see it manifesting everywhere, including in yourselves. But we need more healing in the world, and we need more family. We need family, and we need community. And right now I'm in the process of expanding my family. Got my boyfriend Alex. Now we have our little triad at home. That's our core family, and I would like, I would like to, we're in the process right now. It's like I've forgiven him, but like there's still like a little bit of stuff that we need to air some things out just so that we can empty that wound completely, and reconcile as family. And it's my hope that once I reconcile with the ex-stepfather, that maybe the other people who were affected by him and what he did can also reconcile. Maybe he can apologize to my mom for how he treated her and stuff, and maybe that might start some chain reaction, and there are some other things. But anyways, so that's this story. Anybody know anything that can help me either get a felony off of his record somehow, or allow him to somehow sponsor his daughter, or find someone to sponsor his, I don't even know how that works. So that she's not she graduated from American high school. She's been here since she was 7. Her father is an American. Like, if you could just point me in the right direction, I can figure out the rest.